Dave Strenski is many things. Currently, he's a TV star in an ad for Google. However, he's not a TV star by training. He's just a highly clever, interesting, and dynamic individual. For 18 years, he was an applications analyst for Cray Inc., a designer and manufacturer of high-performance computers. Prior to Cray, Dave held several technical positions at several computer and research organizations. Dave has many impressive publications, and he was issued a patent for a meshing algorithm for threaded fasteners. As a hobby, David plays with solar power. He's helped design and install several photovoltaic solar energy systems in Ypsilanti. Dave's solar story in Ypsi began with the Ypsilanti Food Cooperative, who was awarded a $6,000 grant from the state of Michigan to install a demonstration power or solar photovoltaic solar power system in the fall of 2005. The installation was expanded in 2007 and 2009, and Solar Ypsi won 2 more grants in 2008 and put 12 solar panels on the back of Ypsilanti City Hall and on the River Street Bakery. The folks at Solar Ypsi invented a way to read utility meters for essentially free and then push that data to an innovative Solar Ypsilanti website. So you want to check out their website. It's very interesting and fun. The website monitors real-time energy production, consumption, and exportation. Currently, Solar Ypsilanti has been featured on the Google ad, which Dave is the TV star of. So Dave, tell us about becoming a TV star. But more importantly, tell us about Solar Ypsi. What projects have you recently completed or are you currently pursuing? In a cloudy state like Michigan, how effective is solar energy? And tell us more about Solar Ypsi's website and how Google found you.
All right. So I'm more of a geek than an environmentalist or anything like that. And this whole experience has been just a lot of luck and the right people, showing up at the right time. It's just a real loose group of people who are doing things. So as you mentioned, this thing started in 2005. I hate to say it, but using Google, I searched around and I found a grant. It was a small one. We put some panels up, and it was interesting. It was fun, and the whole idea of the grant from the state of Michigan was to do a demonstration system. And so part of that we had to monitor. I wanted to monitor the power and show people how much was being made and exported and things like that. So we did that, and that was fun. And then we started giving presentations and talks, and I was really surprised at the feedback. Whenever I'd give a presentation, people would say, well, it's interesting, can you come talk at this group? And so it just kind of, this thing just kept snowballing from there. And then I had another friend tell me about some other opportunities for grants, and we wrote one. We said, well, let's put some panels on the back of City Hall, because I would always see this big blank wall, and I'd say, oh, that's a good place for solar. Talk to the mayor. He says, sure, if you can get it done, I don't care. So this is all kind of like, just kind of rolling along. If you want to do it, go ahead. Nobody's, saying don't do this. And I'm a geek, and so I thought this was kind of neat from a technical point of view. So I was having fun. And then we wrote one grant. This was kind of really interesting. We wrote one grant for to expand the stuff at the co-op and to put stuff on City Hall. And before we knew we won it, or if we would win it, there was another one came out, and so we said, well, let's write another one because we're not going to win the first one. And then sure enough, within a week we won both of these, and I now have 3 projects and a day job to try and organize and get done. But it all happened, and as I say, there's been a lot of people who just kind of, I asked people, they would step up, yeah, I'll help you on Saturday, put some panels up. So it's all been for the good. The interesting part is monitoring this stuff. So there are products out there to read utility meters, but it was too expensive, and they didn't do what exactly I wanted. And I have to say, DTE was fabulous with me. I found the right engineer, the right geek at DTE, and he was Xeroxing pages out of the manuals for utility meters to me, and I was figuring out KYZ pulse output and how to hook up an old laptop. And then we found this fabulous student at Eastern Michigan University, Nick Estep. And so I'm the geek, right? I'm in the co-op, and I got this laptop open, and I see numbers scrolling past my screen, and I think this is terrific, And I was like, well, it would be nice if this was on the web someplace. And so Nick you know, very deadpan, typical college kid, you know, yeah, I could do something, you know. A month later, you know, boom, Solar Ypsi's up. He's got these real-time graphs going, and I'm just like, holy cow. And you know, Nick and I would be trading emails between the hours of like 10 and 1 in the morning, you know, for weeks on end. You know, let's change this, let's modify this, let's rebuild a database this way. And so it's all been great. And so throughout this whole process, the media has been amazing too. Concentrate Media, I don't know if anybody's here from there, but they came, they wrote up several web articles about us, and then one day they sent a video recorder, a video producer to us. And I spent a half a day with this guy, and takes a bunch of video. Next thing I know, there's this 4-minute video, very nice video of how solar power works. And then, you know, more calls come in, and then the industrial group that makes solar panels, the national, I forget their acronym, they saw that video. And they says, well, we're doing this, you know, cross-country road trip on interesting solar projects. We want to come and do one on Earth, so we're a small segment in their video. And then this last spring, Google calls the co-op, and like, you know, yeah, right, you know. So, but I called them back. I says, you know, sure, you know, what's up, you know? And they said, well, we're thinking about making videos, and we talked on the phone, and then they were interested. They liked the, you know, the whole concept of the project, and then we talked some more on the phone. And then I'm talking to producers on the phone, and then finally they said, okay, let's do this. And so they come last spring, and for 3 days they did a lot of videotaping, all kinds of stuff, and all along they're telling me, yeah, this is going to be a Google ad. It'll probably be on the internet. We might have a special, you know, website for these ads, and maybe it'll be on TV. And I have to, it's kind of ironic because I actually don't have TV at home. I have two teenage kids, and we actually have a TV, but we don't have any cable or any reception. And then people start calling the house saying, Dave, you know, you're on right before the Lions football game. And I was like, what? And so it's been crazy. So I've been getting emails from across the country now, phone calls. How do I do solar? I got people saying, you know, how do I put solar in Haiti and Africa? And I'm just kind of like this big conduit of information. That's kind of like the role I'm seeing Solar Ypsi and me is I'm just trying to point people in the right place. And for anybody in this audience who's interested, if you go to the Great Lakes Renewable Energy Association, glrea.org, they have a solar contractor business directory. Call them up, ask for a quote, and you know, if you want to do it, you can do it. So I got plenty of projects in my head. If I can find money, I'll do something. Right now, I'm working on, there's a rental house in Ypsi that actually already has solar panels installed, and so I'm trying to figure out, or I'm working on putting his site on the website and monitoring his data. The Corner Brewery's doing a bunch of solar projects, and so they said I can monitor their stuff. And the Michigan Theater is getting panels, and whenever yours are up, I'll monitor yours. And it's a good thing. I mean, the payback, it's like a long time, 20 or 30 years right now with the incentives, but we need to do it. We need to buy, we need people to install more solar panels so that the volumes go up, the prices will come down, and then once it crosses, you know, traditional utility prices, then it's a no-brainer, and then everybody will do it. So.
Great. Thanks a lot, Dave.